Well, hello, this is Grandpa again, and today, oh my God, is exciting. I can tell you how excited I am. Today, we're going to talk about making homemade moonshine kombucha. Now, kombucha is the latest fashionable fad. Every year, there's a new fad, and some work and some don't. But we like to take every fad because we'll stick with the ones that work. Okay, here I'm gonna have a drink of this and tell you what it is. Mm. Mm. Well, that is. I mean, I'm drinking kombucha. I wish I could share it with you. It tastes a bit, like vinegar. I don't know if you ever drunk vinegar. That that stuff with the apple mother. Well, anyway, it tastes like vinegar, but it's tastes like tea vinegar. It's tea, a tea taste, not apple or wine or anything else. Okay, now we're going to teach you today how to make it. Okay, it isn't really a liquor because it doesn't have too much alcohol in it, and it's hard to get the ingredients because the manufacturers they want to sell you the product, and it costs anywhere from $3 to $8. For a little bottle. It's a lot more expensive than Coca-Cola, and but you can make it for 10 cents, 10 cents a bottle, and so you'll save a lot of money. Okay, here you go. First of all, why do you want to have it? Well, it gives you energy, helps you with the bowel movement, and if you've ever had a medicine treatment that kills all the bacteria in your stomach, this restores it. So that is a big selling point. It gives you a nice balanced stomach bacteria. Now, as for starters, you need something called SCOBY. And here, I'm going to hold up what the SCOBY looks like. Oh boy. You have to check at the bottom. There's like a pancake, okay? Can you see that pancake? It's pancake of SCOBY. Okay, it's if you ever touched it, it'd be a slimy thing, but it's the shape of a pancake. All right, well, first of all, let's see what SCOBY stands for. It's a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Wow, that's SCOBY. And it's hard to buy SCOBY. Apparently, you can get it from Amazon. I don't know if it comes in a bottle or a tube or what, but it's hard to find because the people who sell SCOBY, they want you to buy the finished expensive product, and they don't want you to make it at home. And we're going to show you exactly how to make it at home. Now, the first thing is, if you don't have a friend, we'll give you the SCOBY that I just showed you a picture of that we have here. Oh boy, we could be millionaires by selling that stuff. But anyway, if you don't have that, you have to go to the store and buy the drink that's called kombucha. And here was the first one we ever bought. See? Okay. Now, there's a big problem with that. It didn't work. It didn't work because maybe it was pasteurized. So you have to look for something that is not pasteurized. And then at the bottom, it isn't just a tea-colored drink. At the bottom, there is going to be some SCOBY. You can call it mother if you want. That some people call it mother. Okay. And so this was worthless. We just wasted a whole $5 and a lot of time because it didn't work out. But now I'm going to tell you what did work out. Okay, we bought a different kind of Kobe. It says fermented stuff, and it's not pasteurized. And it says that right on the thing, not pasteurized. Okay. All right, what do we do with that? Well, first of all, we prepare. Like in cooking, you have to prepare everything. See, here is the biggest jar we could find. I think it was a pickle jar originally, but it has to be washed thoroughly. Wash it out real good. And then after you wash it out, You take some boiling hot water and you swish it around so that it's absolutely clean, has no other bacteria. Just like if you're making wine, you can't have stick your finger in or boogers or anything like that because you won't get the proper result. Okay, so you have a clean jar and you have some of this stuff that's non-pasteurized, and guess what you do? All right, so here, this is what you're going to do. First of all, you get some clean water. Now, this water has been through a charcoal filter, so I pour it in a teapot. Not a teapot, a pot I'm going to boil it in. All right. Then I take it over to the stove, and I won't make you wait until it's boiled, but here, I was fancy. Watch this. Oh, boy. Bet you didn't know how to turn on a... Okay, I won't make you wait while I boil water because that's a little, watching a pot to boil the water is a little boring. All right, but once it does boil, you add tea. Now you make it a comfortable tea, the kind of tea you'd like to drink. Can be any brand, and a black tea or a Ceylon tea. Ceylon tea is nice, and you make that tea, and once you make it, then, all right, when you have a nice colored tea, about the strength of the tea that you like to drink, you take this. See, this is called a strainer. And you pour I don't know if I should do it, but anyway, let's pretend, we'll do a pretend. You open the jar. There we go. And you take the tea. Should I pour a little? Okay. And you pour the tea in there. See? Okay, you don't pour any tea leaves. The tea leaves get caught here. All right, when you have this jar filled up with tea, that helps disinfect the jar. You want a nice, clean jar. All right, now, next. All right, now let's pretend that this here jar is not all the way full. Leave about 3-4 inches empty, okay? Because later on you're going to put in the store-bought kombucha. But right now, before you do that, in order to get a good product, you must add sugar. Sugar, see? In French, they call it sucre. See, my French is still good. Okay, sucre. It's not recommended you use a fancy sugar like brown sugar, but you could. Try it. It might turn out good. All right, so you put in a small cup of white sugar right in the tea. And all right, now we're still pretending. All right, you got sweet tea in this jar, all right? Because you added the sugar to the tea. Now here comes something very important. You wait until that tea gets to be room temperature, which is about 30 degrees, let's say. If or less than 30 degrees. Okay, well, let's say 25 degrees. Okay, 25 degrees. So it depends, uh, where you live and what the outside temperature is, but it shouldn't be too hard to get it to room temperature. Now that's important because if you add the store-bought kombucha before it's 35, it'll kill the bacteria that is the key ingredient of the kombucha. All right, so after it has reached room temperature, leave it a little bit, leave it a half a day or whatever you want, and then you add the whole bottle of store-bought, non-pasteurized kombucha. Cha 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 cha. We're pretending again. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Now, what do you do next? To the mixture has to breathe. See, it has to have oxygen. So what do? You put on it a really clean cloth, or I prefer a paper towel because the paper towel is going to be really super clean, and then this will keep the bugs and the dust and everything else out of it. Cover it up, and what do you do next? You wait. You wait 7 days. and have a peek in it on what, the third day? You can have a peek in it on the third day, and it depends what you're going to see. Well, you might see green mold. That means throw the whole thing out. It ain't worth saving. Then you might see a different kind of bacteria, the wrong kind, forming on the top. It'll be in the shape of squares or diamonds. But if you see a geometric pattern on the top, you've made another bad batch. And I can't tell you how to avoid bad batches right now, but maybe I'll think of that. Okay, well, anyway, so if you get a bad batch, throw it away because it probably will poison you, and you don't want to die making kombucha. Okay, so then, okay, if you did everything just the way I said, 50-50, you'll be lucky, and you'll have a wonderful SCOBY. It'll be anywhere from 12 to 20 days. It'll be a nice brown liquid. It'll look like this. And you pour it out into any container you want, and you can make it cold, and you can drink it. Now, there's a sweet spot. You can, people like it not too vinegary, but the actual truth is, and the more vinegary it is, the healthier it is for your gut. So if you make a mistake and let it last too long and get it vinegary, don't worry, just drink it slowly. In fact, this one is a little bit vinegar. I'm going to have it right now. I feel that energy. I feel a wonderful gut. Oh, I have to go poo-poo. Oh, boy, everything is working out so well. Well, anyway, that is how you make SCOBY. Now, here comes the best part. And I hope, some of you shut off after 30 seconds, but here comes the treat for those who watch this all the way through. In that jar is kind of a layer. It looks like a pancake, but if you stuck your finger in it, don't stick your finger in it. But if you take it out, it'll be like a slimy pancake, and that's called SCOBY. And if you take that SCOBY and start a new batch, instead of waiting 12 to 20 days, you'll only have to wait about 6 to 10, and you'll have a wonderful kombucha, and you can repeat that endlessly and treat your friends. And boy, will you be popular, because everybody will want to come over and try your SCOBY. And that is the Moonshine SCOBY lesson of today. And I want to tip my hat to you for watching all the way through. See you tomorrow. Okay, I hope you liked this video. It took a lot of work to put it together, so I want you to like it, subscribe, tell your friends about it, share, and comment. I love your comments, and I'll answer every single one of them. And beside that, I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm going to have another exciting video for you. Boy, is it going to be good.